Jay Ward, our top story at 6 tonight. Neighbors in Carpinteria Valley find out this week if voters will approve new money to upgrade their fire stations. News Channel 3 senior reporter John Palminteri joins us live from Carpin. John, this is a $10 million question.
And you know, it's a big issue for a small community, but it's also an issue that many communities throughout the Central Coast are dealing with. How much money do they have for their public services? Now, here the fire department says it's obvious. They need more money for new fire stations, and one of them is 90 years old. Opponents say the bond measure that's going before the voters is way too expensive. And while this debate plays out, the needs go up. One thing we know for sure, that vote by mail ballot is due tomorrow. Aging fire stations and modern demands put the Carpinteria-Summerlin Fire District on a hot seat when it comes to upgrading its facilities. One was built in 1925. Some residents find the lack of improvements surprising. The grand jury said we have one of the worst fire facilities in the county.
How did we let that happen?
Plans for a new station in Summerlin and upgrades to the main station in downtown Carpinteria will cost millions of dollars. The vote by mail election underway now on a $10.6 million bond measure will determine if voters want a tax increase to pay for the costs or find other funds. Supporters say the need is clear. Opponents say the tax is excessive, and a new fire board should have its say on the funding options first. Either way, the demands are ever increasing. For such a small fire district, there are some very big challenges, including ocean-related safety issues, a rail corridor, a very busy freeway. They answer mutual aid calls for nearby Ventura County and Montecito, and there's densely populated housing right up next to very dry, brushy hills. Without revealing her vote, one resident said she liked the mail ballot process.
Yeah, it was very convenient to vote that way.
Another resident, very concerned about fire issues, still hasn't voted but knows it's important.
Because they're one to save us from everything, not only in accidents and everything, but now what's coming up, everything's dry out there.
Even with the May 5th deadline, a new law allows ballots to be received by Friday through the mail before a final vote is tabulated. And we understand this vote by mail ballot, while it is efficient, cost effective for the city to have and the district to have this type of vote, it is something that sometimes the voters do overlook. So they're being reminded now to see if they have it and if they voted it, and they can still mail it tomorrow, as we say, where it'll count as long as it's postmarked by tomorrow. We'll have the results for you, at least the preliminary ones, tomorrow night after 8 o'clock. In Carpinteria this evening, John Palminteri, News Channel 3.
Okay, John.